Welcome this evening. What we're doing basically at the moment is just going through the qualification round number 1. 15 minutes in Canada in quali number 1, session number 1. Obviously, we've had a little bit of a transfer of all the individuals to the new game. Some of them had some issues with space. So we are intending on probably completing this race this evening, and then we'll see how it goes to get a final result for this championship. So we are a little bit disappointed with a couple of things. The fact is, obviously, SR has obviously totally decided to not complete the finish of this club championship. However, I have some news, because Skadonks has decided he is going to take over the team, rebrand it, and obviously put in the necessary bits this evening. So we're going to go and see what's going on. You can see Wazzy's just joined us. I'm hoping that he's going to be able to get a car this evening. If not, we're going to restart the session and obviously put the rest of the AIs in position as well, and we'll go from there. So we have put AIs in this evening just to fill up the grid and have a bit of fun. I mean, that's the whole idea at the moment. You can see some of the times that are actually out there are already 1 minute 12. The AI is set at around about 75, so it's not too difficult for the gentlemen that are driving this evening. Most of them have preset them at 80, so we'll see how that goes. And I'm in the box this evening with a number of drivers, so hopefully I won't be irritating them too much this evening, but it's great to have you on board with us, and we'll see how the drive goes as we complete this lap with Skadonks at the moment. He's currently in 17th position, so we'll see how he does in finishing off. Hopefully he didn't get any bad outsets, and nicely done. He's in 12th position, 13th position, just off that first run on outer lap. Nesmax comes in with an amazing 110. So definitely, and as well as Hugh Boucher. Very nice time from him at 111. So we'll see how it goes for the rest of this evening in qualification session number 1. So proven once again that the South African driver is doing an excellent job when it comes to showing up the AI in this F1 2018. So as you saw, Skadonk's coming in there. He's landed up in 4th position, not bad. Obviously, as we're trying to do is just feature a driver for the particular Grand Prix as well. And it's great to see Skadonk's back at the wheel. And as I said, he's planning on putting a racing club together. So if you are interested in getting hold of Skadonks, you can do so. And maybe you qualify and get yourself into his club and his racing team. Obviously, we have at the moment also on the track this evening Nesmax. He's doing pretty well out there at that 110. I'm sure he's going to just take it out, but it seems as though he's on an outer lap at the moment. So let's go up with him in car at the moment. You can see pushing that Red Bull Aston Martin around the track at the moment, doing a fantastic time. Somebody off in sector 3 at the moment, so hopefully that's not going to be a huge incident and lots of people can get through there. Nice time from Hugh Boucher though. He's really put himself in a big way in 2nd position at the moment. It looks like Devon is out of this one, unfortunately. Springbok Gamer out on a lap at the moment, so we'll see how he fares with the AI at the moment. Dylan up in 8th position, and I mean it's not very far. There's a couple of 112s, 353s there. I'm just looking, is Marius up? Oh, Marius has pushed himself just before Skadonks at the moment with a 11.905. So really nice time from him as well this evening for the SAAOLR boys. Then you can see Marius from the Haas's at the moment, trying to actually do a better than that 111.905 at the moment. Obviously pushing himself through the gates at the moment, trying to get back there and definitely have some spread on the top drivers, trying to get up there as fast as he can. Here comes Skadonks out in the familiar red Ferrari, which is obviously him representing the SR Racing team, the Sims Racing team. So as I said, a bit of AI as well. You can see the quickest at the moment is obviously Sergio of the AI drivers at the moment in the Force India vehicle, as you can see, sitting at around about 112.143. So that's where the guys want to be at the moment. Obviously Carlos in the Renault, which I'm sure is going to be taken over any second by Owasi when he gets in. He's obviously going to be looking to take over that vehicle. And then Dylan in 8th spot at the moment at 112.353. So nicely done from his side at the moment. And I'm sure he's going to really get himself up that leaderboard at the moment, and to see if he can break that 111 mark. That would definitely push him right up into the top 4 if he can do that this evening. Then Stahl there, he's in the McLaren. Then we got Marcus Ericsson, he is in 10th place at the moment. Pierre, he's in 11th, and these are all AI drivers. Amazingly, Kimi Räikkönen is sitting in the pits at the moment, not too happy with his performance at a 1:12.674. So I'm sure he's going to be doing. Springbok Gamer sitting in 15th position right now. I'm sure he's going to come back in a big way as well. And 1:12.732. Then Max in the other vehicle this evening of the Red Bull, teaming up with Nesmax at the moment, sitting at a 1:12.782. And then Brendan Hartley, he's in one of the other Red Bull Honda range there, and I'm sure he's going to come back in a big way as well. I unfortunately was put into the race while I was just making some invites, so second week in a row, unfortunately. But I'm not racing because I'm sitting up in the commentary box. So it's quali number 2 at the moment. And as you can see, most of the drivers, down to 15 drivers at the moment. And let me tell you what's going on. We have in 6th position, we have Dylan. Hasn't had a bit to go at the moment. We've got Hugh Bouch in 11th. 12th is Skadonks, then Marius, and then Nesmax in 15th position, still in the pits. They're going to be out there. You can see most of the drivers on the track at the moment going through. This quali session number 2 is round about 13 minutes left. And as you know, and if you haven't realized already, we're actually at the Canadian Grand Prix. And you can obviously see the guys are getting themselves warmed up for this evening's race. And I'm sure it's going to be a big one to watch. So you might be asking, why are there AI drivers in? Well, obviously with the release of F1 2019, a lot of the club members were not going to let that one get by. So they've obviously updated their systems already, and are already can't wait for the 2019 series to start, which will be season number 5. And we'll give you some details of when that is all going down as soon as we finalize the dates. The nice thing is that the league is going to be in the game, so that's a good thing. We'll be testing that out, and I'm sure the way that Codemaster has worked, I've seen a lot of the intros as well as what they've actually done and designed around the online sphere. I can tell you now it's going to be a fantastic one to be a part of, and we'll be watching that one quite closely. As you can see at the moment, a lot of the drivers are going through at 112, 113 there. So I'm sure the human drivers are going to have some fun getting through. We are on board with an AI driver at the moment, but we'll be going through and watching what those guys are doing at the moment. Let's have a look what tires are fitted. Most of them have got the Ultra Softs on. Skadonks has the Super Softs. The human drivers have gone mainly for the Ultra Softs. So the AI drivers are sitting on the Hyper Softs at the moment. Nice time there from Marius. Puts himself in 9th position, 112.936. So a bit challenging for most of the drivers this evening. As I mentioned, AI is sitting at 75%, so not on 100 and plus, 105, as most of the individuals are asking for at the moment. But you can see going out on or into the pit lane at the moment are the AI drivers, which will definitely give the human drivers a good run for their money. As we go on now with Marius himself from the SAAOLR team, there you see a 112.936, pretty consistent. I think almost similar times from him in the first session. So I'm sure he'll be out definitely up to the challenge this evening of making the AI drivers lose this race. There we go, a nice time from him. He sets a 1:11.308. That is definitely a benchmark, and I'm sure that the other human drivers in this game are going to say, whoa, I'm going to come back. Nesmax puts in a 1:11.688. It is so close off the bat. I can tell you now, that is a brilliant time from him to come back. And also for Hugh Boucher as well, 1:11.925. So very close driving from the human drivers at the moment, and that's a great one to watch. So we'll be going and just flicking through. There we go. There is Nesmax 7 in the familiar Red Bull. And then Hugh Boucher in the Mercedes. I see he's just got into the pits. He was on the Ultra Softs, it looks like it. And he's just put on that 1 11.925. So great drive from him at the moment. In 7th place, and with a better time than he did in the previous session, is Dylan. You can see he's in the other horse. Very nice drive from him. And I can tell you now, what a great drive he's going to be putting on this evening. Just watching what's going on. Lots of vibration going down. So let me just go onto the WhatsApp scene and see what is taking place. There we go. So very much around the track they are moving now. And I can tell you now, what a superb drive from Marius Nesmax and as well as Hugh Boucher at the moment. All in the 111s. So let's see who can match those at the moment. Skedonks moving in there. Still a little way off the pace, but not too far, to be honest. He's 1:12.754, and really nice time from him, to be honest. And we have, let me just have a look, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 human drivers up there. So nice drive from those guys at the moment. Wow, nice one from Dylan there. He puts up a 1:11.271. What a comeback from him at the moment. And as you can see, we're on board with him at the moment. So what an amazing lap he's put on. And I can tell you now, the benchmark has been set once again with that 1:11.271. Very, very nice time. Yeah, it's good to see some really camaraderie at the moment. If I look at what's just been put on the WhatsApp group, obviously Dylan being congratulated by a number of drivers, but one of them mainly being Nesmax. Well, big ups there on that particular lap time. I think that's one of the best ones I've seen so far this season on the Canadian Grand Prix track, and that's that 1:11.271. A really great time from him, and hopefully he can continue in that form this evening. So around about 1 minute and 50 odd seconds left in this session. And let's see who is going to be. It looks as though at the moment 1, 2, 3, 4 of the human drivers right on top of the log. So they definitely will be going through. It looks as though Skadonk's down in 12th place. He might just miss it. He's obviously determined to get himself in a position where he's going to make the third quali session, and I'm sure he's going to try extremely hard to get himself into that position at the moment. So just giving you the overall results there. Great drive from Dylan. Marius coming in nicely there. Nesmax also doing extremely well. And then obviously comes on to Hugh Boucher. And then obviously going down. Obviously Nesmax unfortunately didn't make the cut this round. But still, what a drive from them in the 112s. So very nice from 6 till 14th position. Very nice drives from them, but obviously they needed that 111 to get themselves into that position of being in the last quali round, which is around about 12 minutes. And I can tell you now, it looks a bit overcast here at the moment. So let's see who is going to be the leader of this particular round in Canada at the moment, who is going to be in pole position for this GP this evening. So just going out, obviously AI's out on the track wanting to do their best, knowing exactly what they're up against, because I tell you what, it's going to be a tough one this evening. And let's go on with one of those human drivers at the moment. It's Nesmax at the moment, and I can tell you what, I think he's looking to definitely make an impression on this evening. I just wanted to go on tires, what is being shown at the moment, and maybe what we can do is just to get a bit of a display going, that you know which sectors they're in, and obviously which times they're pushing down to ensure they're getting up to those times at the necessary moments at the moment. So a bit of telematics down the bottom giving you an indication. Nesmax sitting there in section number 1. This is definitely his run, and I can tell you now, coming through sector 1's 19.975. Let's see how he does in the second sector. So total time on sector 1 and sector 2 coming up now. Let's see how he does. There we go. 42 seconds in sector 1 and sector 2. Sector 3 now, coming through at a vicious pace. Quickly going on board with him. Oh, he comes in, and does he crack a time or two? Let's see. He does at the moment. A 1:10. Fantastic drive from him. And I can tell you what, now we need to just have a look at the other drivers. Here's Dylan. Now remember, also similar times on that sector 2. He's coming through at the moment. Dylan up. Looks to be just a little bit slower, but we'll see it now as he's coming through. He's pushing the pace. Does he get there? Wow, a 1:10.620. Very great drive from him into second position. So Nesmax leading the pack at the moment. A great drive from him. Let's look at Marius, currently down in 10th position, coming in sector 2. He's a second slower than what we've seen at the moment. Can he bring it back in a big way? He's currently in 10th. Here he goes. He looks to be slightly slower. Yes, he is slightly slower. So he's probably expecting now, I think it's going to be about a 1:11. Yes, it is. And it's actually a 1:12. So he was slightly slower, about a second or two slower than he was on the last round. Is there something we can push back now? There we go. Just to have a look. Nesmax comes in. Dylan there. Boucher has come back in a big way. Nice drive from him. And he's really pushed it. Here we go, through the first sector. So I think he's slowed down quite a bit. He's done 24 seconds in that first sector. He's in sector 2 at the moment. Benchmark on the sectors round about 45 seconds. 42 seconds, should I say. Where is he sitting? So slightly off the pace. Yeah, he's way off the pace at the moment. Sitting in third. Pushing back down. Here comes Marius again. He's pulling into the pits. Obviously adjustments need to be made. Nesmax sitting in the garage. Dylan also sitting in the garage. Well, here we go. Let's have a look and see what's going to take place now, because Hugh Boucher wanting to make a big stamp. Was pretty active on the WhatsApp group this weekend. I'm going to stay on board because we want to see what sort of times he's doing. He's really pushing it down. Remember the 42-second mark. Oh, a little bit off the track there. Hopefully that hasn't pushed him aside. And there we go. There's a 42 now. Does he come back in a big way now? Is he going to be able to push in Sector 3? Let's say on the last turn, he needs to be around about 1 minute 3 to 1 minute 4 to actually get that time. Here we're in the 1 minute section, 1 minute 2, 1 minute 3, 1 minute 4. Yes, could he do something? A bit of a slide and a slam there. And here he comes through. Yes, he does put in the time, but comes in on third spot. So it's just Marius. Let's have a look where he is sitting this evening. Marius on his outer lap now. Just to give you an indication, 4 minutes left in this section. Marius is sitting in 10th. Can he come back in a big way and bring himself back into at least the top 5 or even 4? Now just looking out on the outer lap at the moment, so no time to speak of at the moment, but what we need to do is see where it goes from here. So Nesmax, a screaming time of 1 minute 10 to 2:53. Dylan pretty happy with himself. He did push very nicely there. Now we're in that first sector with Marius. Marius needs to have, at least in the first sector, a 19. If he gets a 19, so 20, slightly slower than his previous session. Little bit off the line there, lost it. Now it has to be in the 42s in the second sector. Let's make it a little bit easier for you to see there. There we go. You have the full view of the driver at the moment coming through. We're looking for that. He's over by 2 seconds. So now here we go. 2 seconds over. Now he's got to pull it back. Can he get to that last bend, the last S's at round about 1 minute 3? So here we are. 2, 3. No, he's definitely going to be a little bit slower than what he was. Maybe he has one more attempt now to get himself up above the rest. So a little bit close in the tightening there, in the turning. And here we go. There's a 120. Definitely wants to come in. He might have lost it there. He did give a bit too much. Obviously coming down into the tunnel section. This is flat out. Right past the tunnel. Too tight. It's going to be too tight. Needs a little bit smoother. It's obviously slowed right down now. Gears it down. So gets into the 152 mark now. So you definitely can see there. A lot slower in this lap. Nevertheless to say, I mean, there we go. Nesmax out on the track. Let's go with him at the moment. He's on that outer lap. Can he do better? Wanting to secure that first pole position. Pole position, should I say. So So he's on the outer lap, just having a good overview of his drive this evening. Nicely tucked in, up into 6th, into 7th. DRS is on. And Wayward coming in. Nicely done, very smooth through that sector. Does he push it? So there we go. I think just a nice little drive from him. Lovely, here we go, nicely tucked in. Just a little bit out and onto the curb, but really handled it beautifully. So a little bit wayward there, losing it, but I'm sure he's well aware of that. And there you go, 141. This could even be faster than the previous one. He's got to push it now. Going up. Can he make that last S at round about 50? There we go. Yes, he could do this. It could be a new time for him. Well done. I think it was a 109, which really, there you go. Nesmax takes pole position here at the Canadian Grand Prix. Very nice turnout from him this evening. Nice to see the human drivers on board with us. That's all the guys. You can see Nesmax, what a fantastic time there. He did a 110.252. I actually thought it was a 109, but you know, I was a little way off. Dylan coming back in a 110.619. Fantastic time. Hugh Boucher, should I say, 110.850. And I can tell you now, Marius did come up from that 10th position with a 111.955 and put himself into that 6th position on the grid. So, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to start now the South African Online Academy's event here this evening, here in Canada. And I can tell you, it looks beautiful. Look how that is looking this evening. Very, very nicely done. It's going to be beautiful. Just waiting for all the guys to get in line. So just to give you an overview, we have Boucher, Skadonks, Nesmax, Devon, Springbok Gamer, Wasi, Dylan, and Marius. 7 drivers, 7 human drivers. What we've done is added in the AI for this evening's event to make sure that they do have lots and lots of fun this evening. As I mentioned, our championship is still going on, and obviously we'll have a decision whether we move over to the 2019 in the next couple of weeks, which I'm sure, as you are all aware, the lights are on. It's green. This is the formation lap. It's the formation lap we are doing at the moment. All the drivers seem to be just getting themselves in a position where they're getting those tires nicely warmed up. A little bit of a wiggle from the AE drivers at the moment. You can see them looking to warm up those tires. So it is a 22 grid session at the moment. Wazzy in the looks like the Renault at the moment. No, it's not. It's actually the Red Bull Honda, and I'm sure he's going to go back right from the back, and he's going to be pushing his way right through to the front to obviously get himself into a position where he's starting at the back of the grid. So as you saw from the beginning there, obviously Nesmax really comfortable in a position. We did see an incident right at the very start there, and I think we saw the track being left at the moment there, so unfortunately it looks as though Hugh Boucher and Dylan out of this race, but we have the safety car on the track at the moment. The guys are lining up. Skadonks and Wazzy right at the back. This is going to give them the opportunity to catch up with the rest of the pack at the moment. We were on board with Nesmax. Safety car out still. Here at the Canadian Grand Prix. Let's just see if we can put ourselves. It looks as though we just want to go stop and go there. So let's go on board with Nesmax at the moment. You can see obviously that car in front of him is the safety car at the moment, and it is out on the track. Let's see where they're going to be positioning themselves this evening. He's got Alonso behind him. So lap number 4, the safety car has gone back into the pits, and now it's all racing. Go, go, go. As they're coming down, we're on board with Nesmax at the moment. You can see what he's doing, making himself pretty much stretching that from there. It looks as though Devon is also out of the race this evening. So very sad to see that as well. But still, this now gives the opportunity to Skadonks as well as Wazzy to come right from the back of this race. And will they do it this evening? That is the big question in our minds this evening. So let me go ahead and put you in the picture at the moment. Currently, Nesmax leading this race. Unfortunately, we had two drivers out of this race right from the start. It came down to Hugh as well as Dylan, unfortunately, out of this race. But nevertheless to say, I'm sure that it wasn't intentional, that particular incident, as we see all of the boards being shown. But Nesmax puts on a screaming time of 1 minute and 14 seconds, and he is fully loaded. Remember, this is lap number 5 of 34 laps at the moment, so we're definitely going to see how it's burning down when it comes to this GP at the moment. He is getting quite an extensive lead on the Grand Prix pack at the moment as we go to Alonso. Let's push it back down. Who have we got on at the moment? Let me tell you. I just want to put some geometry up here so that we can definitely see. You can see now all of the drivers and what positions they're on. I've just put enabled telematics for us. There we go. That's going to give us a better overview of who is where and what position is what here. And let's also give you maybe some information and details on the currently one stop. There was an incident there. We can see at the moment definitely tire choices being given. Ultra softs for Nesmax. Marius, he's in the pits at the moment. He's done 4 laps on those ultra softs. Definitely moving. Spring Up Gamer. Obviously, he's in 9th position right now. Definitely on board with him. Let's see how he's doing. 145. He's 1 second faster in that sector than he was previously. And I can tell you now, what a nice job he's doing, to be honest with you. Let's push it up. Now we've put tires on just to have a look. And there it is there. So, oh, even I'm in this race at the moment. Currently in 13th. Yeah, let's go to Wasi at the moment. Skadonk's going into the pits. No, he's coming out of the pits, should I say. Sorry about that. Very nice from him. On with Nesmax now. I think the blue flag is being offered. Ooh, a little bit of a lock-up there. There's Gussie, Bottas, Ericsson. Springbok Gamer in 5th at the moment, coming past. Nice job from him in Sector 3. Gets way past. No problem there. Nice driving. Let's go on board with him at the moment. So pushing it through the sector. Got a way out at the moment. Nicely, and just behind him now in 6th position. Let's go to 7th at the moment. 8th. 9th, which is Alonso. He was right up there in the beginning, but obviously lost it somewhat from the AI drivers. Once again, here am I. And then Kimi Räikkönen. He's down in 13th. 14th is Marius, another human driver. He just goes past. He's up to 14th now. On 36 laps at the moment. Let's go back up with him. Driving for Toro Rosso this evening, but is a part of the South African Academy Online Racing. And doing the boys proud this evening. Definitely. He goes for that one. Great braking. Making sure those AI stay out of his way. Well, next on the list is there. Marius in 14th position at the moment. Going into the pits. Is it the front nose cone that I can see needs to be changed? Let's go on board with him. There we go. Front nose cone off. New nose cone on. And he's away. Skadonks. Let's see what happens, because is he going to pass now? Is he going to get a pass to get himself around Marius? 16th position is Skadonks. Really nice driving. And here's Marius right behind Skadonks now. In 17th position. I will let you know what's going on. All I have to do is push that. There we go. Nesmac still leading this race. Springbok Gamer. Lovely stuff from him, moving up into 3rd place. So that's great news for him this evening. Was he in 12th? Skadonks in 16th position. Marius in 17th. Three drivers, not divers, drivers, dismissed from this realm at the moment. Here we go through. Now we're coming up to the famous S's here in the Canadian Grand Prix. If I'm not mistaken, this is also known as the Jacques Villeneuve circuit. As you know, a famous F1 driver from Canada, Jacques Villeneuve. And Skadonks being breathed on heavenly. Oh, what a mistake. Unfortunately, Marius now goes through. Was he having a penalty time? Here's Skadonks now. As we join now a Nesmax. Looking to come past. I think he's going to be passing me any second. Really nice driving from him. There we go. He's definitely going to come through past me. He does it with ease. So lap 14 of 35 laps here at the Jacques Villeneuve circuit. Nesmax just screams over the line in 1 minute 14.358. And there we go, having a look at each sector to see how they are doing at the moment. Very, very nice drive from the boys this evening. So once again, if you are interested in getting involved in the GP season for 2019, please, for the PS4, why don't you go on to the game, look for the league section, and you can find the SAAOLR. Sorry about that, I was just watching that. So that is definitely, let me say that again, it's the SAAOLR Season 5 is the championship that I'm talking about. We will be obviously taking that on a little bit later. Please register there, and then obviously if you are interested to get hold of me, we'll put you definitely on to the website where you can register, as well as go through the rules and regulations of our league. And also it gives you an understanding of driver ethics, as well as what formats do we hold. And obviously we're able to support you guys and let you know what's actually happening through this championship. It's great to bring you this it's a passion of ours, and we really enjoy bringing you the F1 season in the virtual world. So if you are interested, please, the website has already been on, but I will put it up in a couple of seconds again, and you can obviously just go onto that website There it is at the bottom of the screen at the moment. It's https // and it is savvymoves.wixsite.com/SAAOLR, and you can get there, register yourself. You'll get the on registration. The site will be opened up to you, and you can obviously go through the pit lane where all the rules and regulations stand. And once you decide what you want to do, we definitely will be putting up what leagues and what's going on and all the news around the South African Academy Online Racing, and what we're all about and what we can provide with respect to entertainment, as well as all of the great stuff that we do for the community. Obviously, we're promoting community. If you're interested in PC Project Cars, that's it, Project Cars format, there definitely is a avenue for that, and that is run by SAAOLR. And also, if you're looking to get hold of Gran Turismo, then we do have Gran Turismo South Africa. The guys also do participate in some of our events, and you can find their details as well, and we can pass you on to the right guys. As we're looking at Nesmax at the moment, doing an excellent job, really tremendous time from him this evening. And just to give you an overview of where they are, you can see he's done 18 laps of this 35. Maybe what we should do is just have a look at the conditions of those tires at the moment. There's the change in positions. Now you can see Wazzy has basically come from 20th right up to 4th position. So he's gone up 16 places this evening. A very nice job from him. And he's had 2 stops. So, I mean, it's not without him stopping at the moment. Tires at the moment, Super Softs are the flavor of the day, but Nesmax on the Ultra Softs, 18 laps in, as well as Wazzy on 14 laps on those Ultra Softs. So not doing too badly, really screaming around this track to get himself up to that 4th position. So great drive from him this evening. And I tell you what, 2 exceptional drives happening right now, as you can see on board with our current leader. Here is Springbok Gamer, not too far off the pace of Gussie at the moment. So I'm sure Pierre Gussie will have him in his rearview mirror. And then right behind Springbok Gamer is his teammate. In actual fact, it is his teammate, who is Wazzy. So doing exceptionally well this evening, coming up the ranks from that 20th position and really bringing him up himself into this game. So let's go on board with him, just to give you some idea of what he's up to. So exciting stuff right now is coming in. Was he into the pits? You can see he looks pretty comfortable where he is at the moment, coming out of those pits. Does he drops down to 7th, 8th, 9th now, and now he's got to get himself back into this race. So there you go, AI in front of him at the moment, but that's not going to worry him one bit. Here he comes back. He's already gained a position. Nicely done. Springbok Gamer into 6th. Was he looking to get by? Can he do it? Just on the inside, goes way in the inside. Nicely done from his side. Does Springbok Gamer come back? In 4th position now is Wasi. Just in front of him is the Pierre Gasly. So is he going to come back now? There's Gasly. There's Fernando Alonso in 2nd position. Nesmax in 1st now. Coming on the back markers now. So 23 laps done of 35 here at the Australian Grand Prix. Currently leading this race is Nesmax 7. Wasi now up into 2nd place. Really fantastic drive from him. Coming right down, 18 positions up. I can tell you now, 4 laps on the Ultra Softs. The Super Softs are run by Nesmax. So that is fantastic to watch. Springbok Gamer down into 5th place right now. The AI drivers are really feeling a bit of pressure from the human drivers at the moment. As you know, most of the club guys have purchased the 2000 F1 2019 and have decided obviously that's where they want to be and that's where we're going. I fully understand that, so I respect that. What we have done is decided that we needed to complete this championship only fair to the drivers that actually brought themselves into this. I did ask, do you want AI drivers in to fulfill the positions currently opened, which they've currently done and they've agreed upon, and that's what's happened this evening. 3 human drivers out though. Devon Allen, unfortunately, a big mistake from his side, and then Hugh, unfortunately, he's out, and Dylan as well. So 2 of the soccer drivers out. Devon for the Easy Riders, the Easy Rider Club, and then as you can see down in 16th place is Skadonks. So he's from the SR team, but currently just taking over that team himself. So he is probably going to be looking for drivers for the new season as well. So we'll see what happens there. But that's great stuff from him. Being in 16th position, I'm sure enjoying this drive as he is. And then obviously we have Marius, one of the SAAOLR drivers, down in 14th position. So while we're sitting there, why don't we go up to him and see how he's doing at the moment. He is in the Haas, represented in the Haas this evening. His teammate out, unfortunately, from the start. And yeah, what a way to go back there. And going up the grid now, just having a look there, is obviously Wazzy. And then this drive, which has been absolutely fantastic from Nesmax, really showing his ability as well as his strength in this event this evening. Nesmax 7, 26 laps of the 35 completed. 6 laps on the super soft, so he's still going to go some time there. You can see how he's doing. Sector 3 now. Obviously car getting a little bit lighter, so he will be able to push it a little bit more. I'm sure he's going to get, which he does. DRS comes, tucks himself in. Very nicely done from his side. And there you go. 1 minute 13. So he's a second faster than he's been at the moment. Who is actually holding? That's probably what you're going to ask me next. Who is actually holding the fastest lap? Well, of course, it's Nesmax. He's done a 1:12.538 currently. Batos, or should I say Batos, has just got himself a time penalty. So he's got oh no! Marius seems to be out of this one. Unfortunately, I can see he's probably lost it. I didn't see all the action, but I'm seeing that he, even with his 1 minute 13, he's unfortunately out of this race as well. So let me just go back out of the fastest lap so we can see the gap, maybe the individual gap. Fastest lap individual. So there's your intervals. And now this is going to give Wazzy the time to catch up, because Nesmax has just gone into the pits, but he seems to have a problem. Not too sure what the problem is there. Okay, so the animation wasn't there. I was a little bit worried because it looked as though he just parked in the pits. He couldn't get into the pits. But it seems as though that was just the animation. As he comes out on the Ultra Softs now. Now he's really going to pick up the pace there. So was he in second position? As we look down the start-finish area, Springbok Gamer in 4th place. Very nice from him this evening. Having a fantastic drive. So as you can see, on with Springbok Gamer in 4th position at the moment. A 1:15. So a little bit slower, but in the traditional green helmet, green and yellow, you can see he's comfortably sitting there in that 4th spot. Let's move up the grid at the moment. You can see Wazi in Sector 2, done it in 20 seconds. Is he going to be able to push now? As he's coming down, we're looking for a 1 minute, say 1 minute 3, 1 minute 4 on this turn. Here it goes now. 1 minute 2, 1 minute 3, 1 minute 4. So there he is, a second off the pace there, but coming through strongly in this sector. And he puts on a 1:13. So really quick is Wazi at the moment, looking to try and catch this man, which is Nesmax at the moment. Let's have a look. He's in Sector 2 now, coming through at the moment. Really fast on the pace. He puts on a little bit slower in that sector by a 2.2. He's a little bit down, but he is going to be looking to push back now and get himself up to that 1 minute. Here's the 1 minute 2, 1 minute 3. So a little bit slower, to be honest, but I'm sure comfortably sitting way ahead of the pack. And that's obviously given him that time. So but 1 minute 13 as well. So yeah, really nice time from him. Coming up on the back markers now. Blue flag being shown. There he goes past. Tightly tucked as well. Driving in that Red Bull, here we go. Let's see if he was able to do a quicker time. I don't think so. Maybe. So 1-4-1-5 into the corner, coming through. Did have a bit of traffic there. Oh yes, and quicker this time around. Nice shot from above on Nesmax. So just to give you an indication of where he is and what time he is doing. 34. It is going to be 2 laps to go, and Nesmax will be the Canadian champion. So 6 laps done. Wazi's done 15 laps on those Ultra Softs, but still putting on the times of a 1:13. So very nice from him. Nesmax comes through now into the start and finish and goes into lap number 35. This is the last lap and still puts on a record time now of that 1:11. So even though he has 7 laps under those tires, he puts in an amazing lap time of 1:11 now. Let's go on board with him as he finishes up this race here in Canada. Great driving from him. The AI are going to be looking to step out of his way. There we go. There's the first one through. As we're coming up to the final couple of seconds of this Grand Prix, Nesmax does what is needed to secure the podium position number 1 on the Canadian Grand Prix, and really does it in style there and takes the checkered flag and is the champion here at the Canadian Grand Prix. Nice drive from Nesmax, well done. And let's just pop back quickly as we are now watching Wazzy. He's coming through for the final seconds for him on this Grand Prix event, where he takes spot number 2. And as you can see, burning out those tires at the moment, he then takes, there we go, he takes, still had a lot of rubber to burn there. Nicely done from Wazzy. Springbok Gamer comes in 3rd. Let's go to him now. He's going to be 3rd on the podium. And what a celebration for Springbok Gamer this evening. 3rd spot, well done. 2 of the South African Academy online drivers in 2 and 3. It's TNB who takes the top position, and there is the driver for TNB, and that is Nesmax for the Red Bulls. Congratulations to him, showing the trophy, and what a great drive from the start, led start to finish on this Grand Prix. There wasn't one time where he was behind. He really did an excellent job, and nevertheless to say, I think the driver of the day is definitely Nesmax, but very closely followed by Wazzy, who absolutely came right from the back. He did have a couple of penalties, but still managed to take the number 2 spot there this evening. And then Springbok Gamer in 3rd spot. Very well done to the drivers in this evening's event. Unfortunately, we did lose a couple. Down in 13th position was the likes of Skadonks as well as Marius in 14th position. So they did get a position after all, and then right down. So ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining us on the stream this evening. It was great and a pleasure bringing you all the action here this evening on the South African Academy Online Racing Esports Series. And it is the Club Championships, and congratulations to all the drivers, and we'll see you next time, Sunday. Make it available, make your time available for us to be in your or on your screen. Thank you, and good night.